It's hard to believe it's been about 10 days since my first flight back. The plan this week, it's a Monday, the Monday after Easter, and this is what it looks like outside here on Long Island. Yeah, so flying at 10 o'clock this morning is going to not be possible. It's supposed to clear by the afternoon, so I pushed my flight to 12 o'clock and hopefully we'll get it in today. But my plan this week is I took the week off from work so that I could get back and try to fly. My goal was to fly 5 days in a row, but now I'm not sure what's going to happen. There's also rain and winds forecast during the week. So, you know, we'll see what happens. That's the plan, and hopefully the next thing I'll be doing is getting ready to pre-flight. So as it turns out, the weather today was, it's April 2nd in New York, and we had a snowstorm. So we saw that it was going to be clearing. So I actually got in some ground time with Sebastian today. We did about 2 hours of ground, just sitting, going over various items that I should know. I think I did okay with that. And then Sebastian was available at 4 o'clock today, so we're actually going to go flying. We have skies have cleared, as you can see, and looks like I'm going to be able to get my second flight in today, and I'm looking forward to it. I'm going to take my time with everything still, and we're going to stay on the steam gauges today, and I'm looking to possibly transition to the Garmin G1000 one of these days coming up, but for now I feel like having those steam gauges is helpful to come back to a point that I'm familiar with, and yeah, we'll yeah, it's April 2nd in the afternoon here. Got my second flight coming up with Sebastian here in about half an hour. What's great is I got the keys to the plane. Nobody had the plane before me, so I've got plenty of time to mess around with the cameras, which I think I mentioned in another video, in the first video, that mixing my first flight back after many years with trying to mount the cameras all in one thing, it was just a little overwhelming. Not that I'm an idiot, but it's just, I had a lot on my mind with flying, and then, you know, just to add that on top of it, I was like worried. I never really dealt with these mounts before. These are RAM mounts, by the way. I mean, I don't have much of a comparison, but they are pretty easy to use. They hold nicely, although they were, that first day I didn't know exactly what I was doing, so they were falling off a little. So before this lesson, I made sure I knew exactly what I was doing with my cameras. I knew which camera was going to do what. I had extra time here, so I think that's pretty critical. If you want to log your flights with video, just get it down to a science so that you're not thinking about it when you go flying, and then it doesn't come into play and mess you up with your lesson. All right, well, I'm going to take my time getting familiar with the instrument panel again here while the Hobbs meter's not running is always nice, and that's it.
Okay. So we need the avionics on in order to hear each other.
Got it. Test. It's working. Okay, so ATIS, taxi clearance, so now warming up.
That's right. So these two 430s are warming up. And we could also turn the transponder on as well. So you can just push the standby button, it should turn it on. Go ahead. Alright, so we see that the obstacle database so these two databases are expired. So we can't use it in IFR, but we can use it for situational awareness in VFR.
So now we have access to the comms,
So
right?
now we're able to listen to the comms. So here we have COM 1 selected, and to select COM 2 we press the COM 2 mic button. And you can press that COM 1 button as well, and that'll, otherwise we'll be listening to both. So if the actually already in there. Did you do that?
I just did.
Oh, okay. And the altimeter 3013.
2 feet MSL, 8 feet AGL flagged. IFR departures, advise ground control for taxi, IFR. Read back all runway, hold short instructions, read back all runway at 5.
And with the DG, remember that up here is backwards. So east is on the right, and 120 is on the left. Down here is the opposite. So it's got to be between 120 and east. So.
Republic Airport Information, Juliet, time 105 Zulu.
And you can move this out of the way as well.
050 at 7. Visibility 10. Sky conditions.
110 looks good.
Scattered. Temperature 4, dew point minus.
And we'll be using runway 1.
13.
Taxi diagram right here.
Notice damage.
That's where we are. We're going to runway 1.
1.8.
So how are we going to get there?
244 feet MSL, 140 feet AGL.
They'll probably give us via golf all the way, right?
So typically let's say golf cross 32.
Golf cross 32.
AGL flagged.
Alright, and Republic ground is 121.6.
Runway, hold short instructions, be back all runway.
Very good.
So we have Juliet, and what direction would you like?
Southeast departure.
Republic ground, Cessna 130 Juliet Alpha. As a NASA Flyers, we'd like to taxi to the active for a southeastbound departure.
Cessna 130 Juliet Alpha, Republic ground, runway 1, taxi golf, cross 32, you said southeast?
Affirmative, southeast, taxi via golf, cross 32.
Alright, it's on request, Cessna 0 Juliet Alpha.
0 Juliet Alpha. What was the last thing she said?
It's on request, so they have it.
Okay.
Just basically acknowledging that we told them southeast.
Okay.
Alright, just remember we got that parking brake on. Bring flaps up for taxi.
Another brake check there.
Alright, my controls, I'll check my brakes.
Controls.
My brakes are good, your controls.
Controls.
What I'd like to do today is go out to the south practice area, and from there, I would like to go do some touch and goes at Islip.
Okay.
So what we need to do once we get out there is we'll contact New York Approach, and they'll give us the clearance to fly into the Charlie airspace, and then they'll hand us off to Tower to do some touch and goes there.
Okay.
Don't really rely on the lines here.
Yeah,
just gotta kind of continue past those aircraft. Just stay to the right of them. Let's just make sure the taxi light's on. Oh. Some nice new hangars they're building.
Oh, wow. Who's going to occupy those?
I believe Shelter.
Nose wheel straight? Yep. Alright. Light controls, parking brake set. Should I do it?
That's up to you. You can hold the brakes if you'd like.
Hold them.
Yeah.
Flight controls free and correct. Up aileron. Elevators free.
Also give the rudder a little kick. Don't do too much because remember it's moving the nose wheel as well.
Right. Selector valves both. They're full rich. Throttle to 1800. Magnetos. 2 clicks. 50 drop.
Yeah.
Back to both. 1 click. They're both 50. And we don't want them to be more than 150 or a 50 differential.
Right.
Right? Okay. Vacuum. Green. temp coming up. Engine instrument, ammeter.
So engine instruments, we're just making sure that everything's in the green. We have fuel flow, check fuel again. And basically we want to make a note to wait till that comes up into the green, which it looks like it is doing now. And we can also do the flight instruments, so airspeed 0, attitude indicators level. This is within 75 feet of our field elevation. Wings are level on the turn coordinator, ball centered. And we're going to check this again because the gyro needs time to warm up, so you may need to adjust it again.
Yeah, we're a little closer to north than this.
Looks like about 355 degrees or so. There you go.
Okay.
And the VSI is at 0. And if it were a little higher, you just note that and you'll use that as your 0 marker.
Okay. So that was engine instruments ammeter.
So for the ammeter, you can turn off just the alternator, so that's just the left red switch.
Yes.
And we'll keep an eye on the amps here, and you'll see that it's showing now discharge back on, back to 0.
Enunciate a palinal test. That's up. Up and hold it, or?
Yeah, so you're just going to hold it up for a few seconds, make sure all the lights come on, and when you let go, they all come off.
Check. Throttle to 1,000. Oh, throttle to idle. Okay, good. Back to 1,000. Belts on.
Belts are on.
Lap set. At 0.
Yeah, we also just want to look visually, make sure they're both up. We don't want lopsided flaps.
Right. Trim for takeoff. It's good. Visually look good too on the walk around. Doors and windows locked.
I'm good over here.
Good. Takeoff final items. So that's as we get to
So we can do it right now.
Okay. Lights is required.
So you can just basically turn on all the lights besides the taxi light.
Alright. Transponder on
Altitude, so you're just going to push the altitude button there, and we'll verify that it says altitude there. Otherwise, they're not going to get our mode C.
Okay. And there was something, my first flight with you, that it automatically knew, was it after it ended?
Yeah, so typically once we land, it'll put it back on standby.
Okay.
But it's always good to verify.
And mixture's full rich. Ready to
We're ready to go.
go over there.
So on our roll over there, we can switch over to tower frequency, 18.8. So I want to push the bottom one because we need to talk on it. There we go. So you'll notice that if you just push the bottom one, it'll switch them both over.
Okay.
Because obviously it knows if we want to talk on it, we also want to listen on it.
Okay.
And on the other hand, if you push just the top one, we can just monitor up too. So like when we need to get the weather, we'll just push the top.
That's all different on the G1000, right? It's different interface.
Yeah, but it's essentially
Similar
it's the same.
flavor.
It still has these buttons on it.
Okay.
They're just in a little different order.
Like somebody's high up here?
Yep. I probably might be practicing short field or hour off 180, not doing a good job. Who knows? Oh, they're slipping it in hard. That's why. You can let them know we're holding short.
Republic Tower, Cessna 130 Juliet Alphas at runway 1, Golf, holding short.
130 Juliet Alpha, Republic Tower, hold short, runway 1.
Hold short, runway 10 Juliet Alpha.
I don't even know where yet.
This is 0 Juliet Alpha, southeast approved, runway 1, clear for takeoff.
Southeast approved, clear for takeoff, runway 10 Juliet Alpha.
09 Echo is going around. Alright, so we'll continue the climb to 2,000 feet. And once we get to 700 feet, we start that right downwind turn to the southeast.
You said how many feet you want me to turn?
700, so about 400 feet below pattern altitude.
That's about the same as if you were just staying in the pattern too, right?
Right.
Here we are.
Now remember that right rudder.
Republic Tower, Cessna, November 2409 Echo.
So that bridge with the hump over there is what we'll start turning towards. That's the twin bridge.
Number 09er Echo, runway 1, clear to land. Wind 010 at 8.
Runway 1, clear to land. 09 Echo, thank you.
Gonna double check what the clouds are at. How far below do we need to stay?
500 feet below.
Correct.
There's a decent amount of emergency lay-down spots over here. Golf course.
Yeah, so golf courses are typically pretty good. I mean, at this point, we would just go back to the airport.
Right.
And then once you get down there, to the outer shore, Robert Moses, Fire Island area, then you have the beach, and you have some pretty big parking lots down there as well. Let's try and make level off at 2.
Oh, sorry.
All good. Alright, so Islip is showing scattered 2,500 feet, so we can stay at 2,000. We see the clouds over there. Islip is to our east.
Yep.
Zoom out here on the GPS, you can see it. So this is the Delta airspace, the dashed line we're about to exit.
Yeah.
And then we have Islip over to our left. And then this green line around Islip, you can see the 2 green lines, that's the Charlie airspace.
Republic Tower, November 551 Tango Golf, with you on the visual, the runway 1 restricted to 2,000.
551 Golf, Public Tower, descent at your discretion, runway 1, clear to land.
Clear to land, runway 1, November 551 Tango Golf.
Alright, level at 2,000. And we're just leaving Farmingdale's airspace now. And remember, visually, we can see that once we're past the south inner shore here, then we'll be out of their airspace for sure. So New York Approach is familiar with the twin span bridge there.
Yep.
And we have Captree out there. There's the Captree monument that looks like a little pencil sticking up.
Yep.
And the Captree Bridge. So now we can switch over to New York Approach on 120.05. And we can give them a call. And the first call is always just going to be a dry call, so we're just going to say New York Approach, Cessna 130 Juliet Alpha.
New York Approach, Cessna 130 Juliet Alpha.
There's 257 New York Approach, ice level 2 3009er. Approach again, the Cessna.
Cessna 130 Juliet Alpha.
Stay position request.
There's a twin span bridge requesting traffic advisory South Practice area.
Twin span bridge requesting traffic advisory South Practice area.
Zero Jet operator, contact squawk 4367.
4367,
Islip altimeter, 3009er. That way anybody who's talking to New York approach is on the same page.
And then Whiskey ready to stay clear of the Gabreski Delta. There's a plot that's about 20 north, northwest for Barnett 10.
Alright, so we're just going to go out there real quick. We'll do a couple of steep turns, and then we'll go into land at Islip.
Alright.
And while we're doing that, we can listen to the weather at Islip so we know which runway they're using.
Matthew.
So the weather frequency is 120.725. So let's put that at the bottom so we can monitor it. 120.725. They'll bring it to the top, so it's alright. And when we want to monitor that, we'll just press the top button for the Comp2 there. And we can go ahead and do that now, just so we can start planning ahead a little bit.
Long Island Tower, Special Information Sierra, 2027 Zulu, wind 360 at 8.
So we can hear New York approach too right now.
Sky conditions, 2,500 scattered, temperature 5, dew point -1, altimeter 3009er. ILS approaching use, landing, departing runway 6. Notice airman, runway 10, 28 closed. ILS runway 6 localizer, unusable beyond 22 degrees left of runway centerline. Obstruction tower, unlit, 5.8 nautical miles, west-southwest, 351 feet, MSL. These caution birds descend the airport. All departures except post-traffic contact clearance, delivery on 121.85. Advised on initial contact, you have Special Information Sierra.
Alright, so we can go ahead and turn that off now. We're going to be landing runway 6. Unless that changes, of course. So I just want to do some steep turns out here. We can maintain 2,000, it's fine.
Okay. Want me out over the water?
Yep, we'll just go right past the South Shore here.
Kronos 257 is set to maintain 2,000. Kronos 257, 10 miles to Matthew, cross Matthew at about 2,000, cleared RNAV, runway 10 approach, East Hampton Air.
And we can turn to the left so we have a better visual for where we want to start and end the steep turns.
Okay. So are we going to use the steep turn as a clearing turn?
Oh, so what we can do is, so we just did a little turn to the left. I've been looking out for traffic. It's always good to just lift the wing on each side and make sure that we're clear.
Yep. Clear, looking back.
And we're clear to the right.
Alright.
So whenever you're ready, we can go ahead and you can go left or right, your choice.
I'll start to the left, and I'm going to use that boat out there as my original point.
And a little bit more for about 45-degree bank. That's perfect. And just keep that bank in there.
230-470.
There we go. Oh, we went a little past. No, that looks pretty good actually. Alright, we'll go ahead to the right. So just toward the end there, we lost a little bit of altitude.
Yep.
So we need to remember to increase that back pressure. And we can also add a little power to help us maintain that altitude. Climb us back up to 2,000. I just want to see another one to the right, but let's add that back pressure just as we go through 30 degrees of bank.
Okay.
That'll help us maintain our altitude.
7, Roger, IFR cancellation is received. There's a Bonanza about 3 west of the VOR, eastbound VFR. Rate of service, terminate, Squawk VFR, permission approved.
Alright, back to 2000.
Alright, we're clear right.
5269, New York approach. Islip altimeter 3010, expected visual runway 2. And advise when you got Yankee.
Alright, now we're looking for that boat again. Beautiful.
Alright, left.
Alright, very nice. No, that's all good.
That's good.
Let's just do, we can turn around, head back to the west, and we'll do a slow flight, and after that we'll head into Islip to do a couple landings.
Alright, I'll turn toward the shore to my left.
Okay.
Clear left.
5269, thank you. Descend to maintain 4000.
Well, this will suffice as our clearing turn here.
A little close to that cloud.
We'll be okay. We'll just have a split difference there.
Yep.
That will still be below if we maintain 2000.
Alright, you want to do some slow flight?
Yep, so whenever you're ready, we'll go ahead and do some slow flight.
Alright.
And we'll maintain 1900 feet.
Okay.
Feet.
733 Yankee Tango, name departure, radar contact, at below 3000, unit expression, turn left on course south, north practice area.
We'll turn left to the north practice area on course altitude discretion 3 Yankee Tango.
At below 3000.
At below 3 at 3000 3 Yankee Tango. And we'll do it in the landing configuration with the flaps.
10 degrees.
Southwest 5651, New approach, descend and maintain 4000, the set altimeter 3010.
4000, southwest 5651. We'll aim for 55 knots.
5269, direct to Pepper.
Very nice. Remember when we have low speed, high pitch, high power
Right
configuration,
rudder.
we're going to need that right rudder.
Holding altitude.
It most likely will start a descent though, since we're nice and slow now, so
Okay.
we are going to need to compensate with a bit of power there.
Ferry 470 Alpha, flying at 260.
260, 470 Alpha.
So 5651, turn left.
Alright, very nice. We'll go ahead and make, go ahead and give me a turn to the right, to the north.
Turn to the north.
And 60, Niner Golf, New approach, descend and maintain 4000, ice up altimeter 30.
With slow flight, we keep our banks shallow, right?
Exactly, because as we increase our bank, we increase our load factor, which increases our stall speed.
Yep.
Let's bring us back up to 1900.
Got it.
So just like steep turns, when we turn, we need to add a little bit of back pressure. In this case, we'll add a little bit of power to help us with that altitude.
130 Juliet Alpha, maintain at or below 2000, full advised. I'm going to have a couple jets, a couple aircraft going over the top of you at 3000.
At or below 2000, full advised, 0 jet alpha. Alright, back to the west. Alright, we're going to need to bump up that power even more. Beautiful job holding the airspeed.
Yeah, I feel the back end of the power curve, as they say.
Right.
Yeah.
Behind the power curve.
Behind the power curve.
Alright, we'll go ahead and recover. So we're just gonna get that airspeed back up, bring the flaps up.
Initial one
As time
flap
permits.
right away.
So if
Full
we
power?
want to add full power and then a flap up. Because if we just put those flaps up, we're just gonna start to sink. Bring it back up to 2,000. And we can give near approach a call and tell them that we would like to request touch and goes at Islip. But the first, we just want to make sure it's the same weather still.
Westbound out of 4 for 3, Boeing 737, reference Similov lower.
Roger, looking for the traffic inside 70.
So whenever you're ready, we'll go ahead and monitor Islip's weather again.
That was bringing
Yep,
COM 2 in
COM
here.
2.
0 at 9er, gusts 16, visibility 10.
0 9er Golf, you can proceed to south waypoint, plan on visual approach 29er at Bridgeport.
Temperature 5, dew point -1, altimeter 3010.
0 9er Golf, unable direct south waypoint, Sierra Echo Tango Hotel Echo, taking on the visual approach runway 29er at Bridgeport.
Final left runway 6, localizer unusable beyond 22 degrees left of runway centerline.
Sounds like he's still using 6.
Echo Tango Hotel Echo 5 miles 6 on the GPS 29.
Service. Caution birds of vicinity of the airport. All departures are set for traffic. Contact plan
269, contact 114.007.
Contact, you have information, Tango.
So information tango.
651, pop discretion 2000.
Tower, information, Tango 20560.
So would you like me to start pointing in the direction of
Yeah,
Islip?
exactly. So,
6 at Islip, Cobos 5651, towers 119.3.
alright, so we know he just said towers 19.3. We have that from our chart as well. So we'll have tower in standby because he's going to switch us over.
Okay.
Alright, so you can start turning inbound to Islip.
130 Juliet Alpha, out of below 3000, your discretion.
Out of below 3,000 our discretion, we'd like to request touch and goes at Islip, 0 Juliet Alpha. We have tango.
Inbound runway 6, caution, wake turbulence, you're 3 in trailer with Boeing 737.
Roger, we'll proceed inbound. Looking for the traffic, 0 Juliet Alpha.
Departure cap 3141, 600 for 2000, runway heading.
Cap 3141, need departure radar contact at or below 3000, your discretion, fly heading 090, vector south, vector sir.
I don't have him in sight yet. I'm surprised. Looks like he's
470, orbit centimeter.
dead ahead of us. Oh, there he is.
Oh, yeah.
Southwest.
So now we want to...
So if you look straight ahead, there's that light green area.
Yep.
So that's Islip right there. Pretty much right under where that jet's flying now. That's runway 6.
Okay. So would you like to give them we need to give him a call, or?
Nope, so we'll contact tower when he tells us to.
Oh, when he tells us.
Yep. So now that he cleared us on course to the airport, and before we get into that inner ring, he'll most likely transfer us.
Cap 3141, turn right on course southbound, sir.
On the course, cap 3141.
And another thing we could do is we could also put Islip in the GPS if you'd like. So the best way to do that is you just press the direct button.
Yeah.
And you can scroll with the big knob to the nearest function. We can scroll through the nearest airports. And then just press enter, enter, and we'll have a line directly there.
Oh, okay.
And if we want to line that line up with the runway, what we can do is press OBS. Then we'll turn this.
Traffic 12 o'clock, 3 north.
So it lines up with the runway. So runway 6 is 060.
Okay.
And now we have the runway extended center line there on the GPS.
Wow. So we might as well kind of make our way into that.
Yeah, so we can kind of just intercept final, and then we also...
Juliet Alpha, intelligence vibes, winds have shifted around a little bit. Winds are now 340 at 9er. Plan on runway 33 left for touch and goes.
We'll plan on 33 left, 0 Juliet Alpha. Alright, so go ahead and change it to runway 33 left now, is what we're going to use.
Traffic to follow.
Runway 33, what heading is that?
Runway 33 is 330.
Keep your
Yep, so go ahead and point that 330. Now we have the extended line for 330. That helps us. We had a little change of wind, change of runways.
130, Juliet happening approach.
Air approach, Roger Alpha.
Juliet Alpha for the third time. Keep your speed up until you're on the base. I got traffic to follow you. Contact tower 119.3.
Keeping our speed up as much as possible till we're on the base. Contacting tower 130 Juliet Alpha.
Thank you.
Oops, well.
470 Alpha descent.
So that's one thing you'll notice is kind of tough about instructing is
Oh yeah.
paying attention to everything at once. So just keep the speed up as much as practical. You can bring us up to 2400 RPM. And we'll contact tower.
Then you can make that close traffic.
We're touching go 33 left, left close traffic, and we're turning behind the,
You can just proceed directly to the airport and we'll sort of
Construct Seaman.
enter the pattern.
I have a couple of inbounds from the west. Make right close traffic, please.
right close traffic after the touch and go for 3399 Hotel Falls.
One Island Tower, Cessna 130 Juliet Alpha is with you inbound for touch and goes.
And Cessna 130 Juliet Alpha 1, chart into the left base for runway 33 left.
Left base, 33 left, 0 Juliet Alpha. Alright, so he wants us to intercept the left base, or enter left base, so basically we're just going to fly straight ahead until we intercept it.
33 left.
And inbound.
Right on Echo. Prompt 33, right? Short 33 left.
Now would we start coming toward traffic pattern altitude?
So we can start the descent.
3010 runway 33 left and right are the active.
So Islip has 33 left and 33 right, so we have to be mindful to line up with the correct runway. So 33 right is a much smaller runway. It's 3,100 feet, and 33 left is 51. And traffic pattern altitude is 1,100 feet. So you can still kind of fly us a little bit more towards the airport so that we're not flying away. So if we just fly right, just pretty much straight ahead, then we'll have a nice 90-degree turn to final.
Tower, Archer 470 on ILS 6, circle 33 left.
Short of 33 left, southwest 5651.
False is calling tower.
Tower, Archer 470 Alpha, ILS 6, circle land 33 left.
And Archer 470 Alpha 1, tower report right brake for the left down for runway 33 left.
For right brake for the left down for 33 left, 470.
Wind 340 at 6.
I like to put the wind in there, 340 at 6, so it's just 10 degrees off.
Okay.
Probably heading.
Runway 33 left, Bravo 40 to the ramp, good day.
Okay, cross 53 left, Bravo 4 to the ramp, southwest 5651.
Cessna 0 Juliet Alpha, number 1 runway 33 left, clear touch and go, after touch and go, make a right close traffic.
33 left, clear touch and go, right close traffic, 0 Juliet Alpha. Interesting, they have us on the left runway with right traffic.
Oh yeah.
Alright, so since we've been cleared, we're allowed to maneuver as we please.
So 33 left is right here, right?
That's the larger one there. For that Southwest aircraft just crossed.
Looking there. Yeah, am I on a base right now?
Yes, you're on base.
Right. Oh, okay.
So then we have the head, so we're pretty much 90 degree towards final right now, which is good.
Pre-landing checklist, both mixtures rich, deep belts.
So the right runway is small over there, and then the left runway is the larger one.
Okay. Slow it down, get some flaps in.
99 Auto Fox, number 2 following a Cessna on a mile final, runway 32 left, number 2 clear, touch and go.
99 Auto Fox, number 2, clear, touch and go.
Just remember, we want to be below 85 before second and third notch of flaps. Alright, flaps up, full power.
9 Auto Fox, return base.
99 Hotel Fox, turning base.
After 470 Alpha, once you turn on the brake, you will see a Cessna on the opposite base, number 2, runway 33 left, clear to land.
Let's look for the traffic, 33 left, clear to land.
It looks like actually a little bit more right crosswind than the 340 they told us. But that could be expected since the wind's just shifted.
Yep. Oh, he's got us in right traffic?
Yes, sir.
Hey, good afternoon, Long Island Tower, Celtic PD3s checking in 10 to your northwest with uniform for the whiskey pad.
Stay too long, Tower Radar contact, verify 1200, and continue inbound.
Out of 12, 600.
Roger, just cross the departure path of 33 left.
Funny, this morning the whole ground was covered in snow, now it's all melted
I
already.
know, it's crazy.
PD3, repeat.
Just cross the departure path of runway 33 left and continue inbound.
Alright, let's go ahead and turn
We'll take it to the south.
downwind.
We want to be at 1100, right?
That's correct.
Alright, 70 Alpha, you're number 1 now.
That's number 1. Tower, Skyhawk number 7, Auto Foxtrot, west side, ready taxi.
57 Auto Fox along
Like we're just
tower.
floating up.
Runway 32 left, taxi via Whiskey Golf, do the run up on Golf, hold short of runway 6.
Taxi via Whiskey Golf, doing up on Golf, hold short 6, 7 Auto Fox.
Tower, Cessna 130 Juliet Alpha, midfield right downwind, 33 left.
Cessna 0 Juliet Alpha, you're number 2, you're following a Cherokee on the opposite downwind, report traffic in sight.
Looking for the Cherokee, 0 Juliet Alpha.
And PD3, just verify you're coming in for Whiskey Pad, right?
PD3, that's affirmative.
Roger. Juliet Alpha, you're still number 2, following a Cherokee on the opposite base, number 2, runway 32 left, clear, touch and go.
Still looking for the Cherokee, 0 Juliet Alpha. That's good.
Slow it down.
Let's see. So he's on the base already. Got him in sight. Good. We're clear to turn Base
Stern?
now. Yep.
Yeah.
Traffic inside 00.
1010 at 7.
So those are all the place. 010 at 7 now.
Oh.
My base here, 10 degrees.
Tower confirm 33 left. For 00.
00 Alpha, yes sir. Runway 32 left, clear touch and go.
Clear touch and go 33 left.
99 Hotel Foxtrot, number 2 following us, Cessna, a mile and a half, number 2 runway 32 left, clear touch and go.
But I've never used the left runway with right traffic.
Cessna, clear.
That's why I'm just surprised.
That seems counterintuitive.
99 Hotel Fox, Cessna on the ground, correct?
Negative, the Cessna is a mile final now.
99 Hotel Fox, traffic in sight.
Oscar 70 Alpha.
And the before landing check's always good to do before every landing, even if we're just doing touch and go. So fuel's on board, mixture rich, lights are on, seatbelts are on, and we have gear down, which it'll always be.
Fox, we got him, right? Is it about a 1 mile final, Cessna?
Yeah, 99 Hotel Fox, we got traffic in sight, thank you.
South PD3, proceed direct, Whiskey Pad, remain what's over runway 32 left, Whiskey Pad clear to land, wind 360 at 4.
Flaps.
Southwick PD3, proceed direct, Whiskey Pad, remain west of runway 33 left, wind 360 at 5, Whiskey Pad clear to land, Atlantic Shore, Texas.
A little crosswind from the right.
PD3 clear
So aileron into the wind, and then opposite rudder if needed to straighten the nose. All right.
Long Island Tower, Skyhawk 92, Hotel Fox.
Very nice.
Ready to take to the active.
Skyhawk 92, Hotel Fox, on tower, runway 32 left, taxi via Whiskey Golf, do the run up on the golf next to your company, hold tower, runway 624.
Whiskey Golf, we'll do the run up on golf next to our company, and then we'll hold short at 624, 92 at the box.
7 Hotel Fox, caution your company is joining you on golf.
So see, the traffic goes away once we land because the transponder goes to the ground, and we don't need traffic when we're on the ground. But then it'll come back. And the best way to make 90-degree turns is look out the wing,
Oh yeah.
pick something, and then we know it's 90 degrees. We'll just point towards that. It's best to pick something fun, the distance.
4 hours out, Skyhawk 59 at Echo West side, taxi talk to clearance.
Got 592 Echo on tower, runway 32 left, taxi via Whiskey Golf, do the run up on golf, next to the Cessna on Whiskey, and hold for the runway 624.
Whiskey Golf, doing a run over on Golf and hold short of runway 6 to Echo. 7 Hotel Fox, run a complete hold short 6.
Track 7 Hotel Foxtrot, runway 32 left, taxi via Whiskey, Sierra close to 4.
That's nice. Here in Islip, there's that smoke there, so you can kind of get a feeling for the wind.
Oh yeah.
And the same thing over at Farmingdale, there's one. It's nice just to get a better read on the wind. I mean, if it's going completely sideways, you know, it's windy. And just watch your altitude.
Oh yeah.
00 Alpha, wind 3506, runway 32 left, clear, touch and go.
33 left, clear, touch and go. 00 Alpha. So we've been cleared, so it's up to you whenever you'd like to turn the base.
Okay. Might be my first pattern without having
Extend it, yeah.
We just use caution. There's a couple aircraft from Gulf and Whiskey.
Three has a visual
10 degrees.
side Cessna.
Well, you can't put 10 yet, right? You gotta lower it down.
Oh, so 10, anything below 110 knots, you can put 1 notch of flaps.
Got it.
And those will, like what we talked about earlier, placards, that's on there. So 110 for the first notch, 85 for 20 degrees and 30 degrees.
You're Juliet Alpha, turn base.
Turning base, or job. Landings are looking good.
Great.
First one we came in a little bit low and we needed to drag it in with a little bit of power. But the second one looked good.
Good evening, Long Tower, Falcon 506, Bravo Alpha, visual 33 left.
Falcon 6 Bravo Alpha, Ontario, number 2, you're following a Cessna on a 1 mile right base, number 2 runway. 32 left, clear to land, reduce speed.
Number 2, 33 left, clear to land, reducing speed, 6 Bravo Alpha.
And 9 auto fast start, extend down and I'll call your base. Actually, just let me know when you have the Falcon inside on a 6 mile final.
99 Hotel Fox, we're going to be looking for traffic.
83, text ramp with me, good day.
And PD3 with Linamaki.
83 from test ramp with me.
Looking good.
And PD3 is clear on the west side.
83 right. Falcon 99 auto fast start traffic on a 4 mile final Falcon. Turn base behind the Falcon. Caution wake turbulence, change to runway 23 right, clear, touch and go, make right close traffic.
99 Hotel Fox, traffic and change to 33 right, clear, touch and go.
Falcon 6 Bravo Alpha, traffic at 1 o'clock right now. We'll turn base behind you. We'll be landing at 33 right.
Roger, 6 Bravo Alpha.
Alright, on this next one, we'll try a no flap landing.
Okay.
So the key is really to get that airspeed slowed down. Come in at 70 knots. So it's going to be a little higher pitch, a little higher nose up than what you're used to. So it's just essential to pull in power a little bit sooner in order to be able to get down.
Down for the right downwind on 33 left.
Talk 750, Tango on sir, into the right downwind for runway 33 right, maintain 1,600 on the pattern. I have 2 Cessnas on the right downwind for 33 right as well.
Right downwind for 33 right, we'll maintain 1,600 for the pattern on 23 Tango.
99 Auto Fox traffic, a Cessna will join you on the right downwind. We'll maintain 1,600 to both of you.
The Stony Brook Hospital right there.
We'll be looking for the traffic.
That's right.
And he's at 1,600 for 99 Hotel Fox.
9 Auto Fox, are you ready to taxi?
Look out, Dallas, Cessna 5930, holding short down 246, intersection 6, on the whiskey.
Good, echo runway 3 to left, taxi Whiskey Sierra cross 24.
Did you do your initial training in Cessnas?
Yes. Wall 172.
Cessna cross 24.
On the Cessna cross 24, 92.
I can tell you know how the plane behaves. Good. And just watch your altitude again. You're right at 1100.
Short to the left from Bravo 4, ready for departure.
6 Bravo Alpha, safe parking.
Yeah, 5,000.
6 Bravo Alpha, turn DN taxi via Whiskey Sierra cross runway 6.
Sierra Cross 6, 506 Bravo Alpha.
And 99 Hotel Foxtrot, just verify you doing touch and go on 33 right.
99 Hotel Fox, clear touch and go 33 right.
7 Hotel Foxtrot, company traffic, landing on 33 right, runway 32 left, left takeoff, wind 3609.
32 left, clear takeoff, 7 Hotel Fox. On the towers, Warrior 47687.
Did he crystal land already?
Left base for runway 33 left.
Left base, 33 left, 687.
Long Island Tower System 130 to opposite. Downwind for 33 left.
Juliet Alpha, chase your runway 33 right, clear, touch and go. After touch and go, make right, close traffic.
33 right, clear, touch and go. After that, left traffic, 0 drop.
We're free to turn base, right?
Yep.
Making a left turn for right, down 33 right.
So we'll just keep it as a normal landing. Just shorten the runway.
You'll follow Cessna on a 1.
So you can use those flaps as
Oh, use them?
Yeah.
Put your runway 33 right, clear, touch and go.
And after we put those flaps up, let's bring that power in sooner. Because it's a shorter runway.
So he gave us 3-3 right.
Yes.
And 99 Hotel Foxtrot, right, start your discretion for the right down and for 33 right.
99 Hotel Fox, right downwind for 33 right.
Sorry.
Fine.
7 Hotel Foxtrot, time to departure.
For departure, 71 Hotel Fox, tip.
That's also much narrower.
Yeah.
And Tower 99 Hotel Fox, I'd actually like to make this one a full stop.
Or 99 Hotel Foxtrot, extend downwind, you'll be following a Cessna on a midfield right downwind.
Yeah, it's half the size of the other one. 75 feet wide.
The downwind following the Cessna for 99 Hotel Fox. And Tower, do you want me to stay here or go in Bravo 4? To the...
That is a perfect approach.
You're gonna take Bravo 4 if you want to depart, so turn in Bravo 4, hold short of 33 left.
Bravo 4, holding short, 33 left. Vertical.
Little right rudder. Alright, so let's get those flaps up and that power in. And there's still plenty of room, but...
Yeah.
Shark 5928 Echo, Long Island Tower, wind 360.
Better to get the altitude when you can, right?
Left, clear for
That's
takeoff.
right.
63 left, clear for takeoff,
Long Island Tower, Century 1.
Now he's got us in right traffic still?
He said left traffic.
Oh, he did?
I don't know why.
60 at 1,000 feet, about 50 miles to the northeast of the field.
We'll continue straight out for now.
Okay.
Now let's see if we can just get a
Southwest.
depart back to Farmingdale.
Call 4371. 4371 for Century 1.
Number 99 Hotel Foxtrot, extend the downwind, look for Skyhawk on 2 mile final, for runway 33 right. 99 Hotel Fox, traffic in sight, extending downwind.
Long Island Tower System 130 Juliet Alpha requesting back to Farmingdale.
Juliet Alpha 5 upwind, runway heading maintain at below 1,400.
Runway heading out of below 1400, 0 Juliet Alpha. Alright, so make sure we don't go below, above 1400.
Ready for takeoff, runway 33 left.
And then he'll let us go left on course. So just keep it at 12, that's fine.
Which there is a traffic at 12 o'clock is going to be northwest on a runway heading 1,400.
And you can put the GPS in there, back to Farmingdale if you'd like. So press the direct button there, push that D, and scroll until this is highlighted with the big knob.
99 Hotel Fox, 33 right, clear to land. This is
And then the little knob.
No problem.
Do KFRG. And enter.
Right here?
Yep.
Turkey 687,
So we're just going to continue for now, and then when he says we can, we'll turn on course.
99 Hotel Fox, I'm going to put you in a 33 right, clear to land.
Very nice.
99 Hotel Fox, 33.
So we'll do a no flap landing at Farmingdale.
Okay.
Cherokee 687, actually make it square base to final. Do you have a traffic at your 12 o'clock Cessna?
Got him beside 687.
Cherokee 687, follow him, I'm going to put him on 33 left. You're number 232 left, clear to land.
Roger, number 2 on 33 left. Clear to land, 687.
Number 99 Hotel Foxtrot, change runway 33 left, runway 33 left, clear to land.
Clear to land 33 left from 9er Hotel Fox.
Number 0 Juliet Alpha, left turn on course is approved, so Farmingdale.
Left on course approved to Farmingdale, sure enough. We still have to maintain at or below 1400 though.
Exchange approved.
Stepped on.
0 Juliet Alpha, radar service terminates, call VFR if you can exchange approved.
VFR, if we can change approved, 0 Jet up, thanks for your help. Alright, so VFR. And we're approved on course. And the reason they say 1400 is because that's below the Charlie.
Okay.
So Charlie starts at 1500, that's why they say 14. At or below 14. Alright, so you see that just kind of some smoke out there?
Yeah.
If we fly directly to that, that'll bring us to that factory right next to Farmingdale.
Heading over at the field.
Okay.
Yep, roger, current heading orders for Century 1.
And if you want to recenter this line back to Farmingdale, you just press direct.
When you're just transitioning.
Enter, and it'll make the new line.
To the southwest.
Cool.
That's pretty awesome. And it actually bring us right over Deer Park.
Hotel Foxtrot, left turn
So when we
minimum time on the runway.
call Republic Tower, then we can just tell them we're at Deer Park. Alright, so let's go ahead and get the weather at Farmingdale.
Alright.
2665.
2665. Should I do it on the COM 2?
Yep. I typically like to monitor COM 2 and talk on COM 1.
Right downwind for runway 33 right to Skyhawk at 1,200 feet.
So let's go ahead and monitor that now.
We want to put
Yankee Tango traffic at your 11 o'clock and about 3 miles into the helicopter, 1,300 feet.
And so right now it's on the standby at the bottom, so we gotta move it up.
Yankee Tango, we're off in the downwind to 33 right for another touch to go.
52 Yankee Tango, runway 33 right, clear touching.
We can actually...
010 at 4.
Okay.
10, sky conditions, few clouds, 3000, temperature 4, dew point -2, altimeter 3011. Visual
Okay, 3011, runway 1.
Tower line on service, 1.8 nautical miles northeast, public 244 feet MSL, 140 feet HL. IFR departures, advise ground control taxi that you are IFR, read back all runway, hold short instructions, read back all runway 7, back all altitude 7. Advise public tower, initial contact, you have information, kilo.
Oh.
Information kilo. Then you can put from public tower up here, 18.8.
010 at 4, visibility 10, sky conditions, few clouds, 3000, temperature 4, dew point -2, altimeter 3011. Visual approach news, landing departing runway 1. There's this German instruction, tower line on service, 1.8 nautical miles.
118.8, it's changing the bottom one there.
IFR departure,
Okay.
ground control taxi that you are IFR, read back all runway, hold short instructions, read back all runway.
Alright, we'll bring that to the top and go to COM 1.
Initial contact, you have information, kilo.
I just push a little harder.
It did it right.
Oh, okay, yeah, COM 1, Mike. There you go. Stop monitoring too. Alright. And also down here, it'll tell us our distance from Farmingdale.
Okay.
Ground speed, and the track to get to Farmingdale. 245 degrees, and we're pretty much on that. And this is how much time left before we're there. Pretty nifty.
Yes. What runway did he say?
The runway 1. So if you want to do that same thing with the OBS, the Omni bearing selector, you can line that up with the runway, so it'll help you visualize how you're going to enter.
Okay.
So if you want to do that, you just press that OBS button and then line this up with the runway.
Okay. All while maintaining altitude.
Exactly. That's the tricky part.
And getting bumped a little.
And then turn that to runway heading here.
Oh, here.
OBS.
So that's my line there.
Yep, so that's the line outbound. The pink line is the inbound. So pink, pink is final. Alright, so you can tell Republic Tower we're over Deer Park. Inbound, full stop.
Republic Tower, Cessna 130 Juliet Alpha, Deer Park inbound, full stop please. With
Cessna 130 Juliet Alpha, Republic Tower. You can make, continue from Deer Park and join a right base for runway 1.
Join the right base for runway 10 Juliet Alpha.
And so what we're going to do is kind of go out and just join a base. So she doesn't want us in downwind for some reason, so we're just going to kind of fly a little bit to the left of the airport and join a base.
All right. She also didn't scold me for not saying...
Telling the weather?
Yeah.
Yeah. You have Kilo, and the wind is 010 and 4 knots, so it's pretty calm right down the runway. And you see what I mean, those smokestack things over there? It's nice, it helps with the weather. Yeah, it helps kind of judge the wind.
Yeah.
It looks like it's more than 4 knots to me, but...
Yeah, this is nice.
Yeah.
Oh, having that.
So you can still kind of fly inbound towards it, since we're still like almost 5 miles away.
Gotcha.
And the airport is just past that smoke there. That's called the landfill.
Okay. I hear that referenced a lot. Alright, pre-landing checklist. Both bridge, seatbelts.
And then the landing light, that's good.
My landing light's on already, or?
Yep.
Yeah.
526 Echo Romeo.
So the 6 Echo Romeo back takeoff?
Let me call it the GUMPS checklist. So gas, undercarriage, make sure the wheels are good. Fixture, prop. So we could use power. Prop is more for complex.
Yep.
And S is seatbelts and switches, so switch will be the light.
Cessna 0 Juliet Alpha, runway 1, you clear the line to join a wide right base now. Just continue, you have runway 1 in sight.
Affirmative. Runway 1.
Okay, the wind is calm.
Roger, 0 Juliet Alpha.
What did she say about a wide base? Did she say that?
So we're in a wide base. So you just kind of, so that runway right there, that's 3-2. So we got to keep going and land on form.
Right.
Kind of turn a little parallel to that. And start slowing it down.
And tower Cessna 7.
Because we're going to do the no flap.
Oh, right.
Runway 1.
That's really all about bringing that power back.
Roger, runway 1, clear for
Using that pitch to slow us down.
Take over runway 1, close.
Combination of the two.
798 Lima.
Cessna 0 Juliet Alpha, 1 departure is rolling to the full lane prior to your arrival, Cessna.
Roger, 0 Juliet Alpha.
Wind, light variable.
Got control of that pronounces Cessna like that Z's in it.
What was that?
Cessna. She said.
Cessna. Trim will help a lot as well with the no flap landings. keep that pitch up as well. So we're at 80 knots. We want to be at about 70.
Right.
I just use a little right rudder to straighten out that nose. There we go. Looking good. Alright, nice. So need a little more right rudder to get that nose straight. That's how flyers are good up.
Yep. 0 Juliet Alpha, roger, you can exit right when able and then just taxi into the Redwood Tower.
Right when able, can we take the main?
0 Juliet Alpha, that's fine. Make the right turn on the main, left on golf.
Right on the main, left on golf with you, 0 Juliet Alpha. Left on golf.
Oh, yeah.
Well done.
Yeah, sorry about that last one. It could have been better, but...
Oh, it's all good. I'm sure you haven't done a no-flap landing in 10 years.
And, yeah.
But yeah, it's all about... It's strange getting that nose up like that.
Yep.
Because with flaps in, you do not want to see that attitude.
Right.
Alright, she said we could just continue the ramp on golf. You'll notice every controller is different here. A lot of the people will tell you to switch to ground. It also depends on how busy it is. I just think a lot of people canceled flights today because they thought it was going to be real crappy all day.
Lima Alpha, runway 1, clear touch and go. Wind 340 at 4.
Clear touch and go, runway 1, 700 Lima Alpha.
And a lot of some of the controllers just want to stay with you on tower. Makes it a little easier, especially if they're short-staffed. Very nice. That was strange. They had us on a left runway in right traffic, and then they were on the right runway in left traffic. Kind of counterintuitive. Just gonna go right here and then back to Nassau Flyers.
You go to Islip a lot, right?
Yep.
With your instructing?
All the time. Islip, Brookhaven, Bridgeport. Those are the most visited.
Yep.
I'd like to go to Brookhaven this week, do some uncontrolled field stuff.
Oh yeah.
And we'll do some, do some practice short and soft fields there.
I saw while we were in the pattern at Islip, Bayport Aerodrome, I think, right?
Yep, Bayport. That's a cool.
I remember practicing some engine outs near there.
Oh yeah?
Yeah. Seems like it would be hard to do now though. It's like right
yeah,
near
it's
Islip.
right in there under the Bravo.
Yeah.
And I think the pattern's at 600 feet because the Bayport airspace goes up to, I believe, 700. Yeah, so the Charlie starts at 700 where Bayport is, so you can fly underneath it without talking to them. But you gotta keep your pattern tight.
Gamma Jet 886, Republic Tower, hold short. Just slope and hold short, and I'm working on your release.
2 hold short, Gamma Jet 886.
Today would not be a good day to go. Super wet ground, it'll just be bush. I mean, the drainage is pretty good there, but you don't really want to land on wet grass.
You ever fly that Mooney that NASA Flyers has?
I have not.
I assume they use that for commercial stuff.
Yep, that's right.
Okay, just finished my second lesson on my quest to get current again here. I'm gonna say today was really good. I feel the progress happening already after just 2 lessons. We did a bunch of touch and goes over at, we took off from Republic Airport here in Long Island and flew to MacArthur, which is a Class Charlie airspace airport. And we did a bunch of touch and goes there, flew back to Farmingdale. We did some steep turns out over the water on the South Shore, Long Island. those started to feel better. I was holding altitude better with those, and I'd say the biggest thing for me today is that I just want to start hearing the radio calls when there's a lot of different things going on, feeling like I can make changes to the GPS and the radio stack while we're flying. It's piecing all of that together, but that's going to come with time. But I'd say right now that's my biggest thing is to be able to just know what to focus on and when. But handling the plane, that's feeling good. That kind of, as Sebastian said, it's like flying a bike. It does come back to you. So all right, and so hopefully we'll get a lesson in tomorrow morning. And like I said, my goal is to get 5 lessons this week, but if I get 3 or 4, I'll be happy with that.